Hello, everyone. Soren Stoa from the Oklahoma City Recruiting Battalion. I'm one of the Reserve Ops NCOs there. Today's installment is going to be on the Montgomery GI Bill Select Reserve. References for this class going to be the DODI 1322.17 and the VA website. So, what is the Montgomery GI Bill Select Reserve? Essentially, this is the program that is for all members of the Select Reserve, whether it be Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, even the Guard components, Air Guard, Army Guard. This is the Montgomery GI Bill benefit that they receive for their service. This is also known as the Chapter 1606 GI Bill. So if you're ever looking around at the financial aid bulletin boards at your local colleges, that's generally how it's referred to as. It's rarely referred to as the Montgomery GI Bill Select Reserve. To qualify, you must enlist for at least 6 years. You have to complete all of your training, basic training and AIT. You must be a high school diploma grad or equivalent, and you have to remain in good standing with the units. That means attending battle assemblies on time, passing your PT test, passing your height and weight, doing all the extra classes that they might need you to do, like your distributed learning 1 and things like that. You have to do all that to remain within good standing. Payments amounts. For a full-time student, they can receive up to $392 a month as a full-time student going to traditional school. You can see the breakdown there as the times change. If they're 3/4 time, half time, less than half time. You can also use the Select Reserve GI Bill for apprenticeship and correspondence types courses, and you can see there on the right, $294 per month for the first 6 months of training, prorated as such as it moves down. The big thing to take away from this is you don't just have to go to a brick and mortar type state school, community college, or anything like that to use this benefit. There's more than one way to use this benefit to gain the education that your applicants are looking for. There's flight schools that can be used, correspondence, flight payments, cooperatives. There's many other ways to use this benefit. So the types of training that can be used, the most common is your college degree or certificate programs. That's what we're ingrained in our mind. We put most of our applicants into that box of, going to, state college, to obtain this 4-year degree. And that's the most common, but we can also use it for the certificate programs. So they can use it to get different types of certificates, co-op training, technical and vocational courses, flight school. If they just want to go down to the local flight school, get some stick time, rotary wing, fixed wing, to become a pilot, you can use that for that. Apprenticeships and on-the-job training, high-tech training, licensing, certifications tests. If you're in one of those career fields where you need to take a certain test every year, you can use the Select Reserve GI Bill to refund that money that it costs you to take that test. Entrepreneurship training. If you're dealing with an applicant who wants to start their own business, there's many entrepreneurship courses through the Small Business Administration that you can use the Select Reserve GI Bill for. Entrance exams, correspondence courses. I mean, it's a wide variety. So make sure that you know what's available in your area and how you can use this benefit. How do you use it? You got to have the NOBI, Notice of Basic Eligibility. Once they are done with their initial active duty training, this will be signed off by their company commander, and this is what activates that money. That form there is the DD Form 2384-1. So how do you use it? You're going to bring your completed NOBI with the class enrollment to the representative of the college or institution, or it's for the use of the internship certifications and all that other stuff. You're going to submit your VHA Form 22-1990 with your NOBI to the local VA office. And just a quick Google search will tell you where that office is, but that's how you're going to get that money. So anytime you're going to use it to refund for different licensures or things of that nature, if you're going to go kind of off script and not go to the typical institution, that's how you're going to get that money. And you can find that form right there on that website. Here's something that a lot of people didn't know, that you can actually accelerate your Select Reserve GI payments. You can get more money up front if needed, if you are looking to attend some sort of high-tech training based on what the VA deems to be high tech. Now, if you go to that website there, they have a whole list of different things, high tech programs um, that meet their criteria, but you can get fronted more of the money up front. So a lot of our applicants, I mean, that $392 a month is great, but they could use a couple $1,000s to get started. This through this program, this is a way that can happen. So do some research on it and see how it applies to your local area. Cooperative training, great way for someone to work part time uh, while attending school. Maybe what they're doing for work is what they're going to school for. And it's a training path for them to get the education they need to be full time. So through cooperative training, they can receive partial payments of their select reserve GI Bill to kind of offset those costs for the school that they're going to part time while they work part time. Correspondence courses, they're fairly common out there. Distance learning type courses, and I've ran into a few of these people that are looking for these types of training, and how we can make it apply to them. There's distance learning through for gunsmithing, home inspection, real estate, where you sign up for like a pen foster or something like that, where they send you the books and you kind of teach yourself. You can use the Select Reserve GI Bill for that. You just got to fill out the correct forms, get it submitted, and then go forward. Okay, like I brought up before, the entrepreneurship training, and that's going to be through the Small Business Development Center. But you're able to use this money, to get the training you need to be able to get your small business up and running, which is a great opportunity. We have a lot of applicants out there that want to do that, have that envisionment. Show them the path that they can get that done. Flight training, always going to be half a dozen applicants, leads, prospects out there a year that want to go to flight school. Show them the path to how that gets done. It's a pretty easy to use program when it comes to this. I mean, generally the flight schools are pretty upfront about who accepts GI Bill for payment. Just got to do a little bit of research in your area, be able to present the product in the proper way. Licensings and certification. So now that the Army's went to the credential assistance, maybe this isn't going to be as fruitful of an idea to be able to use it for a lot of that stuff. But there could be some that are not in the credential assistance catalog, to where the licensing and certification through the Select Reserve GI Bill will be a better way to go. Right there on the bottom, there's your form the VA Form 22-0803. That's the one that you'll fill out to get reimbursed for some of your certifications that you might need for particular jobs. So you can also use the Select Reserve GI Bill for a lot of different testings. SAT, if your applicant needs that still, the GRE, for going into different grad school programs or doctorate programs, those are used a lot. You can use them for Dante's if we needed to pay for those. Just as you can see here, I mean, there's a lot of different testings that you can use it for. So that's available for your applicants as well. Your non-college degree programs, that's going to be like your as examples: truck driving school, EMT, barber beautician school, HVAC repair, things of that nature. Again, we don't have to always put our applicants into the typical brick and mortar state school. There are plenty of people that you run into within the year that want to go to beautician school, barber school, just the regular truck driving school down the road. That might be like private industry type. Um, you can use the Select Reserve GI Bill. It's up to you to figure out how to use it. But there's a lot of resources to be able to show you so that you can present that to your applicants. On the job training apprenticeship, so a lot of your union type construction work. Uh, there's a lot of opportunity there to use this benefit as well. Again, we don't have to always put them into that state school box. So kind of get away from that. While that might be a majority of your area, you're missing out on people from not understanding how some of this other stuff works. All right. So to find those locations within your area, you need to go to the Weems website. Show you the screenshot right here. You'll be able to go into program type, see institution of higher learning. There'll be non-degree non-degree programs in there, correspondence courses, flight courses. So select which one that you want out of the four, and then click on your state, and then it's going to bring up a whole list of different institutions out there based on what you're saying. So you'll be able to find all the barber schools that accept GI Bill payments. You'll be able to find all the police forces that you can use GI Bill to attend their police academy. You'll be able to see all the colleges that you can use the GI Bill for, all the flight schools in your area. It'll give you a point of contact to who to talk to there. So recommendation from me, go find all those people in your local area, go talk to those point of contacts, make them a community partner, and help leverage that so that when those applicants come around, that relationship's already there, and they can believe what you're telling them. Yeah, if you have any questions about the Select Reserve GI Bill, feel free to reach out to me at my email address, brian.j.stoa.mill@mail.mil.